What's going on, everybody? Welcome to North Shore 9, presented by FanDuel. I'm your host, Jim Rosati. It's The Point tonight, and we've got a star-studded panel. I'm pretty excited about tonight's guests. So we'll just kick things off here. Let me start introducing everybody. In the top left corner of your screen, from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, from his Airbnb outside Bradenton, Florida, Jason Mackey. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. A little sunburned, but hanging in there. Thrilled to be on with you, Jim.
What's the temperature in Bradenton right now?
I mean, it was a frigid 63 degrees at dinner tonight. We all had our jackets and we're out on the back deck in Pier 22. We're huddled, but we survived.
Rough life.
I know.
Top right corner from SportsNet Pittsburgh. He also pitched 107 games for the Pirates between 2016 and 2021. Steven Brault, welcome back to North Shore 9. How you doing, Steve?
Thank you. I'm doing great. So I'm in Arizona, and just to put a little more hurt to you, we actually had dinner outside today, and I wore a t-shirt because it was like 70 degrees. So, sorry guys. Hi.
Gary Morgan, Locked On Pirates host, also the co-host of the Fan Forum on DK Pittsburgh Sports. Gary, welcome to the show. It's not 70 degrees in Pittsburgh, though, is it?
It's not, but I'm wearing a hoodie, and chubby guys love that. And I got pizza and wings tonight for dinner, so
yes.
Great stuff.
Can't beat it. And then also from North Shore 9, one of the co-founders back in 2016, hit on the point, Ryan Alexander. Ryan, welcome to the show.
What's up, guys? Hey, I'm happy to be here with all you got, all the important people on tonight. I'm loving it. I think it got up to 35 here today in Elwood City. So yeah, I got my Guinness. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna power through. So thanks for having me on.
Got the Guinness poured already. It was up to the 50s here in Louisville, Kentucky. So not too bad. All right. Well, let's kick things off here. You guys, a few of us have been on the show before. A few of us haven't. If you're watching, this is your first time. This is an around the horn style show, except I don't give out any points. We're just going to go around, ask some questions, go through some topics. And at the end of the show, you all who are watching this on YouTube will be able to vote for the winner. There's no rules to this. There's no objectivity. It's all subjective. Whoever's answers you like the best, they win. The winner doesn't get anything other than bragging rights over everybody else. So that's the game. But are you guys ready?
Is this the part where I can leave because the winner doesn't get anything?
Yeah. So
don't worry, Jason. You have no chance.
Calling in or something. Yeah.
Shut up, Brault.
All right. So let's get started with just a quick icebreaker here. So the Winter Olympics just started over this past weekend. And my question for you guys is, if there was one pirate who you could choose to represent this country as a Winter Olympian, who would it be and what sport would it be in? Ryan, since you are kind of the host here, you're the home team, you're going to start. What's your answer here?
All right. And I've been watching a lot of the Olympics. I love curling. You got to get some curling in there. I think the answer has got to be, it's got to be Paul Skeens, right? I mean, he's Mr. USA, coming from Air Force. He's up there wanting to fly fighter jets and everything. We've heard that quote. As far as the sport, he's not doing any skiing or luge. We can't get him injured. So I think he's got to do some curling. Can we see Paul Skeens out there sweeping the stones, sweeping the rocks down? I think it's curling. I think it's got to be Paul Skeens. And knowing Paul Skeens, he'd be great at it.
All right, Paul Skeens, the curler. Gary, what do you think?
Brian Reynolds in that skiing and shooting event. It just sounds like something he would like to do.
The biathlon, right?
It just feels like something he'd own. He'd find a way to own it. He really would.
I like it. Steven, what about you?
I'm gonna go Henry Davis on the solo luge because I don't know if anybody in the world will go faster. I don't know if he's going to be able to turn. He's pretty dense, so I think there may be a little bit of going up on those walls too much. But I mean, if you're just going straight speed, I don't see how anybody beats him. So I'll go good old Hank on the luge.
I like it. Jason.
I can't believe this is still on the board. I'm going Spencer Horwitz in men's ice hockey.
Okay.
He played ice hockey. He was
Cheating.
actually a legitimate hockey player.
It's a good answer. It's a good answer.
That's
I
what
was gonna
knowledge
say-
gets you.
I was gonna say Billy Cook because it like every other player on this team was from like a southern state. Billy Cook's from Utah, and when I looked up his hometown, there was a mountain, a snow-capped mountain in the background. I was like,
So
Perfect.
skiing.
I don't know, just slap a snowboard on Billy Cook and see what he can do. You know.
I like that.
All right. Well, let's get into this. So, spring training is officially underway. Pitchers and catchers have reported a pretty incredible offseason for the Pirates so far. Let's say you're Ben Cherington. You can add one more player to this team before opening day. Who's it going to be? And like, what move are you making and why? Let's start off with Jason.
Oh, this is easy for me, Jim. Tyler Anderson, I'm going pitching. I do not have to think long about this. With the young rotation that they have, I know I'm going to have to cover innings. I liked what I've seen so far from Jose Urquidy. Maybe Thomas Harrington and Hunter Barco come up and surprise me. If they do, that would be awesome. Carmen Majinski's working as a starter. Who knows? Maybe he winds up starting. But I want more certainty. I want a veteran left-handed pitcher. I can live with Jared Triolo at third if I have to. I can't live with a shortfall of innings, which right now I think they're flirting with. So absolutely easy slam dunk, Tyler Anderson.
Tyler Anderson. Steven, how about you?
Well, it's funny you say so. I have a very similar answer to Mackey, except I'm going to go a little bit more intense. I'm going to say I want Zach Gallen 4 years, pay him $90 million. He's set to project about 4 for 80. That's about
Okay,
the
I'll take
projection
that.
right now. I want Zach Gallen on this team. He had a down year last year. He's still out there, free agent. He's getting obviously a ton of buzz now because there's not many really high tier free agent pitchers left. But look, the guy's 30 years old. He had a really good few years, obviously, before last year where he kind of had a down season. I assume that's going to jump right back up because he's a really good pitcher. He's very consistent. He's healthy. He throws a lot of innings, and he's a veteran guy who's been in the league for a while. I think he'd be a perfect fit. It would be a little bit more expensive than we would normally see. But if you talk about a move that's going to not only make the Pirates good this year, but keep that rotation strong for the next few, Zach Gallen, 4 years, $90 million would be my offer.
It's throwing some cash around.
Yeah.
Gary.
How much
about-
of that is deferred?
Well, you won't believe this, but these boys just took 1 and 2 off my list, so I'm going to go with number 3. Let's make a deal, and let's go ahead and dagger Derek Shelton even more than watching his former team stack players on his roster that he just left. Let's steal Royce Lewis from the Twins. They're rebuilding. He's got a couple years left. He's got of arbitration. He could really help fill third base. I know he has an injury history. We've kind of learned to deal with that. And you've got Triolo as a good backup to that.
All right. I love Royce Lewis. I've always been a huge Royce Lewis fan. Ryan, what's your move?
I echo what Mackey said. I mean, Tyler Anderson or even Patrick Corbin, I'm adding depth to this starting rotation. Yeah, it's their strength. They have a lot of depth, but it's a lot of young depth. And as we know, any team, especially the Pirates, injuries happen. And if one injury happens in spring training, this rotation looks a lot different. So, and if a couple injuries happens, look out. So while Jerry Jones is getting, recovered, getting back, going to be out a couple months, I'm going to get in Tyler Anderson, Patrick Corbin. I think they can be had at just like a 1 year, $4 or $5 million deal. And I'm going to, like you said, we know what these guys can do. 130, 150 innings. They'll go 25, 30 starts. They're, money in the bank on that. You know what you're going to get from them. So I'm going to go get Tyler Anderson or Patrick Corbin.
Okay. So similar answer to Jason. Jason, you're going, if you're one guy, you're bringing in a depth piece for that starting rotation. Are you comfortable with what they've done on the offensive side right now? That like if that was your one thing that you had to do, pitching or hitting, like The hitting's good.
I'm comfortable enough, Jim. And I look at what they have in-house right now. I mean, if I had to live with Jared Triolo and I wound up with Konnor Griffin as my shortstop and they just let him earn his way onto the team if he played and showed he was ready, I'd be fine with that offense. Maybe they come together on an extension. I don't know. But, I look at their offense. Obviously, they were the worst in Major League Baseball last year. I don't need them to be 15th or 10th or whatever. Get me to 16th, 17th, 18th. And we know from 2013 and other seasons, like with this pitching staff, that's enough. So, I mean, would I want more? Yes, absolutely. But I have one move here to make. And to me, it's more important to get pitching. You can never have enough of it. I want assurance. I want somebody to cover innings. So I'm comfortable enough with the offense. And also where they've gone to, I mean, yeah, I would have liked for them to get Eugenio Suarez or a bigger bat. They didn't. We're sitting here looking at, some not so great options. I question when we get that far down whether they're that much better than what they have already.
Steven, you're making the big splash. Zach Gallen, 4 years, $90 million. Pirates are already pushing about $105 million with their payroll. Highest it's ever been. Where the hell are you getting this money?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, it puts you at a level of where you haven't been before, but at the same time, it puts you in, where a team like the Milwaukee Brewers, we often see them right around that 120 to 140 mark. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I think that what it comes down to is if you really believe that this is your window, right? And you believe in what the team has so far and the guys that you've acquired, some of them are for this 1 year. So you don't really know what the future holds. But if you sign a guy like Zach Gallen, you are saying we are gonna compete in this window. We are doing this intentionally. I love the move for obviously what he is as a pitcher, but I also love the move for the attitude, the feeling of it, of what it tells fans, what it tells the players on the team. Like this, we are going for this in a big way. It's a crazy move. That is true. But you asked if what I would do, and that's what I want to do. So there you go. I agree with Mackey too. The offense is fine for what it is. This can be a pitching-led team, but the pitching needs some depth. So if you can get some depth that gives you length, then yeah, you'll take that.
I like it. Gary, you were the only one to not go with a pitcher. Went with Royce Lewis. Without adding another starting pitcher to this rotation, what does it look like for you, like once it breaks camp? And like, are there enough innings to cover with these guys? Because you've got Keller and Skeens who have really pitched a full season. No one else has.
Yeah, I think it's a big question mark. You're right. But again, like Jason said, you only got one move. I would have gone pitching too. I'm trying to be a contrarian here, to be truthful. No, I think they could do it, but you have to be real lucky with health. And you have to be real smart with when you let them have the innings. You'd have to throttle some guys early in the minors and stack things and do piggybacks and silly stuff like that. You might not want to. I'd be much more comfortable getting a veteran in here. It doesn't have to be a lefty. I wouldn't sacrifice good for sidedness in this case, but in that price range, yeah.
Ryan, speaking of lefty, righty, the two people you named were both lefties. Is the starting pitcher, like, does it have to be a lefty or can it be anybody? Like, I guess, are you open to adding a non-left-handed starting pitcher to this rotation that's lacking right now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it has to be a lefty. Obviously, it makes sense because there is 4 right-handers. In the depth, like if it's going to be, I mean, Barker could be your guy in that too. But yeah, it just really, I just want a veteran. A veteran that's going to be take the ball every 5th day. You know what you're getting from him. I mean, would I love to go out and sign Max Scherzer? He's probably going to get, I don't know, at least $12 million or something. Sure, maybe we can sign him in May or something because it sounds like he's going to wait a little bit. But maybe if they start off hot, they can go get Max Scherzer. But yeah, it doesn't have to be a lefty for me. I'm not as stuck on that. I don't know if the Pirates value like you have to have a lefty. They've done this before where they had all righties in the rotation. So it doesn't have to be a lefty for me. Obviously, they have Tyler Anderson was here back in 2021, so they're familiar with him. And Corbin, threw 150 innings last year and had a bounce back year. So I like both of them. But at this point, Give me a veteran in the rotation to kind of hold things down, and I'm good.
I mean, Steven was our only one for like half a decade. So, I mean, like,
Right.
And I was like not even a full-time starter, back and forth, dude.
well, they've
Come on
never
now.
made smart decisions.
It might have been a smart decision.
I kind of love Scherzer, by the way. Like, I don't know if it makes sense, but boy, for the theatrical element of it and the media element
It
of
would
it,
definitely be
like,
fun.
come on, that would move the needle.
Like if they started off hot in April and like went into May, like, I don't know, leading the division or right around there, I don't know. Could they throw some money at Max and talk him into it? I don't know.
I was interested in Verlander, but more because he really had a great season last year, and I thought he really could have helped a lot. And Scherzer, I'm a little more iffy on with the innings aspect of it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think either way, I think they are probably going to add one more arm. I'm curious to see what it is. Jose Urquidy certainly interesting, but it's like after missing 2 years, can you really just thrust him right into that rotation and kind of trust him? So,
Right.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. So there's still some time left and still plenty of names on the board. All right, next topic, and this is the main topic of the show. This offseason, guys, I would have said there was no chance whatsoever Konnor Griffin was going to be this team's opening day shortstop. But I feel like in the last 2 to 3 weeks, something's just shifted. Something's shifted. His NL Rookie of the Year odds at FanDuel have gone through the roof. He's now he's the third most likely winner of the award. He's in Major League camp. You're seeing him take reps at shortstop with all these guys. My question to you guys is, at 19 years old and roughly 20 games in AA, should Konnor Griffin be this team's opening day starting shortstop? I'm going to start with Steven. Steven, what do you think?
I can answer this in 0.4 seconds because it's one word. Yes, I believe that Konnor Griffin should be the opening day shortstop for the Pirates for a few reasons, but the most important one for me is that the truth is, from what we've seen from Konnor Griffin, he is the best option. And if your goal is to win 162 games or win as many as you can out of 162 games, then you want to put your best option on the field. And Konnor Griffin has shown last year what he did in the minor leagues is not like a good season in the minor leagues. It's one of the best seasons in the minor leagues. It's very impressive that he did everything on all fronts. He hit for contact, he hit for power, he played good defense. Obviously, he's extremely fast. He has all of the talent and the skills. And sometimes there's guys that you want to hold back because you don't want to push them too fast, and then they fail, and then they can't deal with it. I have no concern with him. I met him when he was drafted. He told me the first day that he got to Pittsburgh, he came into SportsNet Pittsburgh, he talked to us, and he said, I want to be in the Hall of Fame. That is not something that most guys think about, especially at the beginning. This dude is mentally there. He's ready to go, and he's your best option. I say, yes, he should.
All right. It's a pretty good case. Gary, should Konnor Griffin be this team's opening day shortstop?
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. I got to interview him very early on as well. I mean, he made an impression on me right after getting drafted. It's insane how mature he was, and it's done nothing but change that even further. He's grown even more. He makes changes to what he does before anybody tells him he needs to do it. It's crazy where he's at. Yeah, if he earns it, sure, certainly. And I don't think the Pirates have held guys back, so door should be wide open. Yeah, I think, yes, he should.
Ryan, should
By the
Konnor Griffin be the opening day shortstop?
I love the Hall of Fame comment. Like, where have you seen that from a guy that just got drafted? And usually it's, hey, I'm going to work my tail off. I'm going to help the team win some games. No, he comes right out and says, my goal is to make the Hall of Fame. I mean, that's incredible. It's absurd. It's an absurd comment, but I love it. Do I think he should make the team coming out of camp? I'd leave it up to him. Let him go and show it in spring training. If he comes out in spring training and he's pretty much picked up where he left off last year in the season he had, and he's killing the ball. And I mean, we like you guys talked about his interviews. He seems like he has a good head on the shoulders. I leave it up to him. If he shows you he can do it this spring, then let him do it. Yes, it's a 19-year-old and opening day starting shortstop. It's insane, but he might be the guy just to do it. So I would say leave it up to him. Let him make the answer for you. If he balls out in spring, do it.
Jason, bring it home. Should he start at shortstop opening day?
I can't believe you guys and these answers that you've given that have been so horrible. You were discounting the entertainment value of service time manipulation and worrying about Super 2 status and all of the excitement that would deliver. I don't know why you would deny Pirates fans the opportunity to complain well into June about seeing a guy play AAA baseball who should be in the major leagues. Shame on all of you, really. I mean, come on, Jim. Of course he should be up here. If he earns it, he should be here. The only thing I don't like about where we're at in the Konnor Griffin discourse is automatically putting him on the roster. Like, I want him to earn it. I want him to show me that he can do it. And this should be the same way for everything the Pirates do. It should be a meritocracy. If the player can play, if he's the best option on your team, in your organization, put him on the darn field. And that's exactly what should happen with Konnor Griffin. I don't want to hear about anything other than him being their best option at shortstop. And I agree with all of you guys in that sense, that he probably is. But if for whatever reason he has sort of a lackluster spring and he needs a little bit of time in AAA, I'm totally fine with that. That's not a failure. And I'm not going to force him onto the opening day roster. But I've seen this kid play. You guys have seen this kid play. I don't have a lot of doubt that he's their best option.
I'm with all of you. I mean, it's just he's different. He's different, right? And I think what's weird about this is that it's hard to look at precedent, right? Because this is a type of prospect the Pirates have never had before. I mean, the last time a Pirate made this sort of a jump was maybe Jose Guillen in 1997. Like, is that what we're going back to? And like since then, there's never been something like this before. So, there is service time manipulation. There is, hey, what's the best thing for this team to do long term? So I think that's where this becomes a question. And honestly, there is an issue where, hey, he is 19. He has only played 21 games above high A ball. Like, could he benefit from some time in the upper levels of the minors? Like, you could convince me of that, I think. So to bring it back, you all said, yeah, he should, but will he? Will Konnor Griffin be the Pirates starting shortstop on opening day? Steven?
No, he won't be. No, I don't think on opening day. And I'll tell you why. Because I think that Mackey brings up a really good point in that you have to earn that spot, which makes things a little bit more difficult. Because if you're going to throw him in at day one, it's hard to say if he has a bad April, what do you do then? Are you committing to this guy full on, or do you send him back down to AAA? That's a bit of a scary thing. I don't think you can commit to bringing him up to the big leagues until he is there. He is your everyday shortstop, and he's not proving anymore. He's just the guy. And you have to give him a little bit of time, I think, in AAA, I think, to maybe build up to that. So I don't think he actually will be. Do I think he'll be here before halfway through the season? Yes. But I think that there may still be a little bit of time. You don't want to force this and then have to send him back down. That's not the move. So I can give a little bit there. I don't think he will be opening day shortstop.
Okay. Steven with the buzzkill. Gary, same question.
No, but here's why. I think with most rookies, and there's a choice where they could go to AAA or start. I think the default is we want you to go to AAA and follow the script. You have to be perfect. I look back to Jared Jones. That was the most perfect spring execution that I can remember for anybody. He forced his name into the hat. I think it's possible for Konnor to do that. Like, I think the talent's there, but I think the default here is he's going to go to AAA. So anything that's less than stellar is the excuse that gets used to do what the prescription always was. So I say no, unfortunately, unless he's perfect.
Ryan, will he be the opening day shortstop in Citi Field opening day?
What Gary just said there about how he has to be perfect, he just might be this spring. That's why Normally, I would say this would never happen. The Pirates would never do this. Start him on, up with the team on April. But I think it's a real possibility here. And yes, the need is obviously there. You don't want to force it because you have a need. But he clearly is that guy, and he's probably is their best option. So I think it is a real possibility. I'll say they're going to do it. The Pirates have done. We've seen things this offseason that we've never seen before from this organization. That I didn't think we'd, be above $100 million payroll and things like that. So, they seem to finally realize that they have urgency here with Paul Skeens. And if Konnor Griffin does go out and force their hand and plays great, is perfect, I think it's a real possibility. I'll go ahead and say the Pirates do start him with the Pirates in opening day.
Mackey, bring us home.
Sadly, I'm going with no. I think Gary and Steven are right. That he's going to have to be absolutely perfect. And I wish, I truly believe that the Pirates were eager and wanting to have him on their opening day roster. I don't quite feel that. I don't think that they're actively looking to start him in AAA, but I think they're looking at this and saying, this kid has to absolutely knock our socks off and basically have a Jared Jones of 2024 spring to put himself on the roster. Konnor Griffin could hit 275, and I'm not sure that's going to be good enough. I think they're going to need him to hit 450 and just look absolutely ridiculous all spring. And it's through no fault of his own. He just hasn't had the experience necessary to go on that type of tear. I think he's going to look good. I think he's going to tease. I think he's going to give us a lot of storylines. I think we're going to see the future, and I think he's going to be up here before too long. But I think he's going to leave just enough of the door open for the Pirates to walk through it, unfortunately.
Good answers. And yeah, you know what? This is just one that it stumps me because, like I said, 3 weeks ago you asked me this question. I said there's no chance, and now it's you know what? I could see it happening. But it all depends on, in my opinion, if does he truly have a chance to win this job? Because I think if he truly has a chance to win the job, I think he's going to win the job. But if he's just in Major League camp to get reps, and they're gonna there's other things that they want him to work on in the minors, then I think it's gonna be tough. But no.
Can I ask a question really quick before we go?
Yes.
Just see what everybody says. If either Triolo or Gonzalez were to get hurt in spring training, is he a lock on the roster?
He should be.
So.
I think at that point,
I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Of course, those guys are both awesome. I'm just curious. Is he the next guy? If that happens?
Either that or Alika comes back on the 40-man for a couple minutes.
No, let's not go there, Gary.
I think
we're just talking about defense who can play shortstop.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
I think they add another third baseman into the mix, and that would free Triolo up to play over there, if that would happen. And then you have the other one.
What an ugly question, Steven.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to bring up injury.
Sorry.
No, but no, that's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, I think it kind of just depends on is he truly actually competing for a spot, or is their mind already made up? If their mind's already made up, then I don't think any injury is going to change it. But if he truly does have an opportunity to win the job, I think that could happen.
Yeah, this is the question of spring training for me, is Konnor Griffin. And if an injury did happen, like Steven said, it's just going to magnify that question with the fan base and everybody. And
it's true.
There's just going to be a ton of pressure to, hey, this is the guy, bring him up now. I keep hearing people say, well, Andrew McCutchen had 1,000 at bats in AAA. Guys, that was a different time. It was a different front office. That's just not going to happen with this guy. Yes, he might get a month or two down there, but it's not going to be very long. But yeah, if there's an injury, I think it's just going to be more pressure on the Pirates to bring this guy up, especially if he's performing.
We used to smoke on airplanes too. It's okay to evolve.
It's okay to change, folks.
All right. So before I put the poll up, because here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to put a poll on YouTube. So if you're watching on your television, or if you're watching on your PlayStation or whatever, however you consume YouTube, if you're watching on a device that you can't vote in the chat, switch over to your phone, pull out your laptop, whatever it may be, so you can vote on it. That's about to come up. Before I post the poll, though, I'm going to give everybody 15 seconds to explain why our viewers should vote for you. So, Jason, why should everybody vote for you?
Everybody should vote for me because I don't know. I'm in Bradenton. I have a sunburned face, and you should feel bad for me because I've been in the sun all day watching these guys. It's not a convincing reason. I'm not begging for votes, man. If you don't want to vote for me, don't vote for me.
Steven, why should everybody vote for you?
You should vote for me. Honestly, I don't care if you vote for me specifically, but if you vote for Jason Mackey, we are not friends. That's all I want everybody to know. Honestly,
this manufactured hate, Brault. What happened?
We're cool. Jason Mackey over there. That's not the guy. That's not the guy.
Fine.
Gary, why should everybody vote for you?
I'm the least famous person on this panel that doesn't work for the company.
Playing the underdog role.
I like that.
Ryan.
You should vote for me because I'm the only one on the show drinking Guinness, and I had the Paul Skeens curling take to start the show. So let's go.
Good stuff. All right. Well, the poll is up. So if you are if you're watching right now on YouTube, go to the chat and cast your vote. We'll give you 60 seconds or so to do that. But I just want to thank all you guys for hopping on. This was a lot of fun. You guys,
it was a lot of fun.
So Jason, you'll be down in there in Bradenton this whole spring, right?
Yep.
Steven, are you heading down at some point?
No, straight out to Pittsburgh. We gotta get settled. We gotta get my wife and my baby and my dog. We gotta get out to Pittsburgh. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole
Steven,
thing.
I am a real
see out there.
If you need a place, let me know. Get at me.
All right, yeah, I will. I'll hit you up. I would hope that I already had a place. There probably are some guys that still don't have houses yet. Some guys really waited till the last second, dude. It's crazy.
Yep.
Steven, I have a house in Pittsburgh.
You do?
Yeah, saying.
You know what?
I grew up there.
We need to come and live with you. We may
that would be
have
awesome.
to.
You should. You're welcome anytime, buddy.
Gary, what kind of things can we expect from Locked On Pirates as we get closer to the season?
I'm just listening to what you guys are covering down there live, hoping that I can make it down myself here soon, and doing as many shows based on their content as I possibly can. So I appreciate all the work that Jason does down on the front.
Awesome. And then Ryan, I don't think we're overlapping in Bradenton.
No, I think you're week 1. I mean, I'm down there for like 3 days. So
yeah.
I'm second week. So I'll be at the end of the first week of March. So
it's probably good. You'd probably drive me crazy. So
I'll get you. No, not as much as Donardo.
That's true.
I've traveled with Donardo, and I know how frustrating that can be. So
I thought you said Canario at first. I was like, Alexander Canario coming
that
back.
would be better than Donardo. We would take
it. Would be.
It
would be.
Canario is proof that there's always room for Kutch. The way they used him last year.
It's a good point.
I mean, could we see, not to derail the end of the show here, but ask a question. Is it possible we could see like Kutch in like July? If the team's playing well, maybe there's injuries. I don't know.
I don't think you'd wait.
So.
He's not going to wait around.
I think he's going to sign somewhere.
Yeah, me too.
I agree. All right. Voting is closed, and our winner with 43% of the vote, Gary Morgan. Congratulations.
Wow.
Gary.
See, the humble approach was the way to go. I mean,
it was.
Nobody wanted it.
That's true. Everybody was like, don't vote for me.
Everybody was like, vote for the other guys.
Like,
they're so much better.
Yeah. Wait, how many votes were there for Mackey? That's all I care about.
Okay.
Steven, you did beat Mackey.
Yes. Did I get one vote?
You did get you got more than one.
Okay.
But you came in last, Ryan.
I think honestly it's that background of Gary's that got him the win.
That's a nice background.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's half provided by my sister buying me trinkets and stuff. Every time she does for Christmas, I gotta redecorate it. So I think she's got 3/4 of it.
Nice.
Yeah. Love it. All right, guys. Well, once again, appreciate all of you guys coming on. Jason, Steven, Gary, Ryan. That was awesome. So much fun. And everybody watching, listening, appreciate you guys as well. You've been listening or watching to North Shore 9 presented by FanDuel. This was the point. We'll catch you later. See you guys.
Oh, I can't do that.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.